Brought to you by ET Ministries. God's mercies are new for you.
Throughout the ages, God has been speaking to His people through His Word and by His Spirit. Open your heart as He uses His mouthpiece, Evangelist Tshepo, to minister His eternal Word. ET Ministries presents Pearls of Wisdom.
It's very simple, it's very easy to detect someone who is in a fellowship with God. It's simply because there is a certain character they adopt, people who are in a fellowship with God. We notice them by their fruit. There is a certain character that every now and then, when you see in them, you will know that these ones are in a fellowship with God. So how do we know that you are in a fellowship with God? We don't see that you're in a fellowship with God because you have a Bible. You have what? I can't hear the church. I can't hear the church. We are not convinced by the fact that you've entered a church and we say you are in a fellowship with God. No, there is a certain character that those who are in a fellowship with God, they manifest. We are looking for that character. There is a certain character you have to possess. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me, my people? And what is character? Character is basically a thing that you stand by despite the happenings around. It's the principles. Are you hearing me, my people? It's what? The principles that you yielded to, that I will never betray these principles. This is what makes up a character. So now, when you go through situations in life that comes to test that character, that's when we get to see who you are. Because character is always tested by real life situations. My people, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? That's why the people who are in a fellowship with God, they have this character that the world cannot comprehend. Meaning every now and then they see a reason to love, they see a reason to respect, they see a reason to protect, even though things around doesn't suggest them that they should love, respect, and protect. Jesus said, you heard that they said, hate your enemies. Are you there? But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Do you see that there is no reason to love? But people who are in a fellowship with Christ, despite the fact that everything seems to be unreasonable to man, but they still love because it's reasonable when it comes to the principle and the codes of their character. Character makes up your characteristics, your makeup. Umutu wamutobo uhi. My people, are you there? When you stand to love where you are hated, that's character. When you stand to protect, when everyone tries to kick you, but you still protect them, that is character. When you choose to forgive, even though everything around suggests otherwise, that is character. And this is only possible in the hearts of those who are in a fellowship with Jesus. Most of the time, everything around suggests otherwise, but character chooses to go against the current. You know the current? You know when the water, the pool, the river is flowing this way. When you go the opposite direction, when you go what? I can hear the church. Do you say that there is a lot of force? There is a lot of what? That force is called test of character. which exposes your characteristics, your makeup. By their fruits, you will know them. By their characteristics, you will know them. My people, are you hearing? Character always finds a reason. Finds a what? I can hear the church. Always finds a reason to obey God, even when everything around suggests otherwise. Those who are in a fellowship with Jesus always stay true to Him, irregardless of the happening around. My people, are you hearing? Are you hearing? Are you hearing? It's not considered character if it has never faced a test. Ga re go bitse gore go mo ke mokgwa wa gago ga go ise go lekwe. Go motlhofo gore o re ke born again o ise o lekwe. Are you hearing me? Go motlhofo gore o re ke born again o ise reng? So se buang ra go utlwa mare ga re go dumele. Re tshwantse re emele motlha mongwe o e leng gore wa go lebagana le seemo se se challengeang time ya gago. Test of character. Jesus underwent his own test of character, not once but many times. Because the Bible says after he said, I'm the bread, he had disciples, 60 of them left him on the spot. He looked at the 12 and said, do you also want to go? Peter said, you are the Son of the living God. If we leave you, where else shall we go? Jesus was tested. For him to pray 3 times in the Garden of Gethsemane because he was under an intense pain. The Bible says the pain was so much to the point that his sweat turned into blood. His character was tested. 3 times he said, not my will, but your will. He stayed true to his character. Those who are in fellowship with Jesus, we see them through their fruit, character.